What have you done, you idiot? What have you done? Why did you press it? I mean, I didn't start anything. Out of every single time, I've got to make my microphone a little bit louder. I hope it'll be louder. It'll be louder, that's just fine. So, I didn't really start anything. I mean, not my phone, not the name of the stream, not the name of another stream. I mean, on YouTube and on Twitch, but you've already punked. Yeah, that's the good word. Exactly. I have punked all over the place. The place. Anyway, I've got to check if my sound is fine. Check if my sound is fine. It's more or less fine. It's never fine, but who gives a shit? So let's go on. What I wanna see today is life against 120 because usually you don't see such a. Oh god, he's restreaming someone with a UI. That's quite sad. Who the fuck? Oh, these are wisps. Is this reforged interface? I don't know, but Lolite decided to restream it this way, so who am I to disagree? Yes, that's his unique interface right now. So it's by the way, the game was streamed by Lolite. I'm mightily grateful for the fact that he was streaming anything at all. And especially that he was streaming L Cup, and before that he was streaming Warcraft Survival Battle and something else. If you understand Korean, watch Lalite. If you don't understand Korean, don't watch me. Really, it's just awful. It will be awful. Anyway, that's the third anyway for today, and there will be about 100 more. Anyway, life against Eer0 because the games between good high-level night elves and relatively good undeads are quite rare today nowadays, mostly because night elves die to humans. At some point during the tournament, and then undead also either dies to humans or wins against humans, and of course orcs are simply not present anywhere. Orcs do suck everything that is not green and mighty. And especially after nerf, I am quite interested in how not the best undead in the world, relatively good undead, Eer0 is at the 13th position right now. I don't know, I'm not certain. And will manage against the best Night Elf player in the world. Well, life is very, very unstable because sometimes he plays like a complete potato, but sometimes yes. But sometimes he shows an absolutely impeccable level of gameplay. Anyway, lol, it's the fifth, fifth, fifth time that I am using. Anyway, uh, let's make it 6. Anyway, let's start the game. Life against 120 on Hammerfall. Of course, Undead got a certain advantage on Hammerfall. At least had certain advantage, and my phone decided to die. What's wrong with you? Really? What is wrong with you? Why do you hate your life? Why do you hate everything that is good and nice and not ugly, my dear, dear phone? Why is the Chrome such bullcrap on the phone? It's crap on every single device, not only on the phone. Anyway, I can't read the chat. Now I can, likely. So, Life is playing under the nickname Medusa. Eer0 is likely either Eer0 or 120. He uses both sometimes interchangeably, of course, because they mean more or less the exact same thing. And Life gets his first item. It's just a cloak, but on Hammerfall you can't allow yourself to creep anything big because you want to harass. And that will try to get his quick expansion. God, that's an ugly Demon Hunter. And that's an ugly portrait of Dreadlord, Dark Lord, the Death Knight, whoever this guy is. And of course, Death Knight for some reason decided to not go for an expansion. Why, Eer0? Expansion is relatively free for you against a Night Elf. I don't know. Why do you hate winning so much? Because attacking likely the hardest green spot on the map, and not only on this map, but on a few maps, I would say, instead of fighting against something that provides you with an expo, quick and easy expo, to be honest, on Hammerfall. It's very doable. This archer will die, but two ghouls died as well, and I believe life is now at a certain advantage because losing one archer for two ghouls is more or less acceptable. And he continues to attack this Hydra. Please don't! Stop it, you're hurting yourself! Oh, he got mana for a coil! No? Did you have mana for a coil or not? Because if you did, then this Demon Hunter was dead. 100... No, no. Oh, he's at 50 HP, he was dead. He was absolutely freaking dead, and I believe you've had mana for a coil. And that was a great mistake, but did you really? Yes, yes, yes. Look. That's... Oh no, he didn't. He had 75 mana exactly at the moment when this pulled him. The coil was available for a fraction of a second, and Demon Hunter was out of range already. These poor ghouls. One ghoul should fall prey to an archer. Second ghoul might leave, but at least one should die. That costed him a lot. And of course he puts ghoul on lumber because while being put on lumber, ghouls act as a worker. Ghouls do not provoke as much creep aggression. Ghouls can walk through units. I mean, I don't know why would he want to walk through units here, but who cares? It's fine. So I don't even know what this grid, what these icons in the grid are. Okay, it's Hunter's Hall, it's tier 2 for a Night Elf, it's tier 2 for an Undead, it's a Graveyard, it's a Ziggurat. Okay, now I know. Now we know. Now we know. No, you're not having sex right now, so stop it. And you're not on Mitchell and Web Show at the same time. So, that's a little bit of a risky creeping, but the moment this Ancient of War will die, and it will die, of course there is absolutely no other outcome. Oh no, he takes aggro by Demon Hunter, and this Ancient of War will be fine. So, the moment this Ancient of War will die, the creeps would be weak enough for Demon Hunter to take all the aggro, and that's generally what happens, except that Ancient doesn't die. Demon Hunter goes for Naga second. Life is fine. Life is fine for life. Yes, exactly. And Undead decides to creep the second Hydra spot. Yes, it gives you a large non-rechargeable item, a permanent item, that's amazing, but you'll lose two ghouls here. Is it really worth it? And life should start attacking ghouls. Ghouls. Because there was no way for this demon, Death Knight to die. And these ghouls are basically his food. I mean, by attacking these two green spots, Undead lost a lot. And by a lot, I mean a lot. He got too close. Yes, two claws of attack plus 5 are amazing. Of course, who may have guessed, but at the same time, he lost 4 ghouls. At least for ghouls. Now he got Lich, Lich who looks like some generic frozen whatever he can be. This Naga will live, this Naga should live. No. Okay, this Naga goes down into the TP. Yeah, but at the same time, it's not such a big deal. Even if she died, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But Night Elf got enough moon juice in his moon wells. Although right now the day starts, so saving this Naga and saving all her mana, recharging all her mana, may not be the best outcome. Maybe it would be better if she died. But at the same time, if she died, maybe there would be another Nova, and maybe some Archer also died, and saving Naga and an Archer, of course, is already worth a TP, even though Naga is level 1. And of course, Night Elf has to use this TP with some efficiency, because just having a TP doesn't give you anything, doesn't provide you with anything, you just have a useless item in your inventory. Uh, For some reason, Orb of Corruption is on Death Knight. What are you expecting? Frenzy's been researched. Give Orb of Corruption to Lich, please. Lich got way easier time reaching whoever you want to corrupt. Yeah, he reorganizes the inventory. No, he believes that Orb of Corruption should be on Death Knight. Quite likely so. Yeah. Lala doesn't also fully understand. Oh no, it was the wrong interface from the start because it's the first match of the day. So it was a reversed interface, and now he switched it to normal interface because he never decided to play on reversed interface. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I completely appreciate the move. I mean, Lalite is an amazing guy, even if he plays with reforged UI, but with normal interface, it's just 2 times better. This ghoul should die, Death Knight is completely out of mana, but at the same time, Night Elf got no stuff, and right now got no money for stuff, but even though he has money now, he still will not buy it because it would require him to get back. And I believe Night Elf will just try to take another ghoul. Quite likely, yeah, he takes whatever he can from this spot. Hmm. He uses large healing potion. And Naga is in trouble. How did you allow it to happen? Right now, Lich is in trouble, and Lich will go down at the same time. Demon Hunter will leave because he got an evil potion. And Fiend goes down, and it's a disaster for 120. How did you lose all these units? I mean, you were stronger. You actually were stronger in this fight. Yes, Death Knight didn't have enough mana, and that was likely the reason, but you've had a statue. And right now he decides to fight for this spot because he believes that if he loses it, yes, and he lost it. Okay. That was quick. That was very quick game 1. And now we'll watch game number 2, life against 120, and 120 is behind. 120 lost 1 game already. And it's Total Rock. For hell's sake, I haven't seen Total Rock for such a long time. Of course, close respawns are now prohibited on Turtle Rock, but you still can spawn closer or on completely crisscross respawns. Crisscross? Yeah, likely. Cross respawns. Let's just say cross respawns. Not freaking crisscross, you potato. So, what's gonna happen here? Is he going for a ghoul aggression? Why does he have... No, that's relatively default build order. That should be absolutely default ghouls. Likely with Death Knight, yes. He's trying to play Death Knight again in any occasion because Death Knight is so good against Night Elf. You can play Lich first, you can play Dreadlord first very questionable because Dreadlord is so dependent on mana. I mean, if you play Dreadlord first and you're able to establish your expansion, then it's likely you could have played any other first hero. And if you play Dreadlord first without an expansion, you're doomed. He just doesn't work without an expa. And of course, there is a level 4 turtle with medium armor who dies to the tree relatively quickly. And Night Elf here got certain advantage because he got so many ranged units. And all four creep spawns in the middle are large turtles, turtles with reflective shells, and it's this splash, and it's quite painful to kill with, let's say, ghouls. And they all drop large consumables, so this map can save you in a fight very easily, can completely turn around the outcome of a few fights. Has a potential of turning around the outcome of a few fights if you creep middle camps. And of course, you get these ogres, level 3 ogres, level 3 trolls with non-rechargeable items, permanent items, good permanent items, and you want this. You absolutely want this. This wisp is scouting. This wisp knows that he will be not be able to dispel anything, to dispel Death Knight or dispel skeletons along with Death Knight, because he'll just get coiled and die. Maybe it'll be two skeletons, but not much else. Certainly not Burning Death Knight. And right now, Undead is in trouble. It's not such a big deal because, of course, Death Knight with Aura with level 2 can just get away. Lalite life. Lalite is a streamer. Lev decided to not go for an immolation, so he's not that dangerous, but at the same time you can't really be aggressive against your opponent on Turtle Rock and cross respawns, because as much as this map is very open, as much as this map doesn't really give you a chance to establish quick expansion, because your natural is very well guarded and it's level 6 troll, and you really can't deal with level 6 troll with just ghouls so early on. I mean, you can, but it'll cost you, and your enemy will know about it, and it will not be quick, it will not be easy, and you'll lose in the end. This map allows Demon Hunter to go for evasion, because you don't expect to burn a lot of ghouls early on, and there are not so many script camps where immolation is useful, because most of these creeps are ranged. You get level 4 turtles who are ranged, you get level 3 trolls. Oh god, what's wrong with me? Anyway, I'm alive and that's good. You got level 3 trolls who are ranged, and that's the most accessible camp on the map. It's a blue ogre who drops a very good item, and there is no more constant invisible sentry, but it's still a very good item, and it's a Ring of Protection +5, which Demon Hunter greatly appreciates. Now it'll be Nugget time and maybe some aggression by Night Elf, because of course Lalite, for hell's sake. There is no Lalite in this game. And on top of that, I didn't even refer to life in this case. That's Naga, but I believe Demon Hunter should evacuate about now. Yes. And Undead Naga will be fine, and it's one TP won by an Undead, which is nice. It's not such a big deal, but everything lives on his side. He didn't lose a single ghoul, and he didn't lose his Naga. And he got a TP out of his opponent, and he never had his own TP, of course, because he sold it. And he decides to creep his natural, maybe to establish an expansion a bit later. I doubt it should be an acolyte, it would be a mistake and a horrible one, because no, it's just another ghoul, of course. Because going for such a quick expansion against a Night Elf when you didn't get an expo from the start, when Night Elf was not ready, Then you go for a quick expansion right into first dreads, right into possible bears is not a good idea. Yeah, so I believe Eer0 will try to get to Naga to level 2, maybe Death Knight to level 4, to get to his Leech, and only then he'll establish an expansion to get to his first two Destroyers. Right now, Night Elf is quite aggressive. He got Staff of Mana Stealing, which he instantly sold because he doesn't need all this much mana, and he was able to creepjack his opponent, killed his Naga, and Demon Hunter is also, the Death Knight is also in trouble. Demon Hunter is not really in any trouble, he'll be fine. Now, if only Life had his Staff of Teleportation, which he has, he doesn't have Staff of Staff of something, stuff that turns you back home. He doesn't have it. Then he would be able to close this game. But right now, no, he had to TP out, he has to kill a few more central camps for big consumables. It's still a large win for him. Yes, and that is also killing relatively large camp, but it's nowhere near as good. Kill the crab. Yes, this crab is relatively new, and it drops another permanent item. Back then it was also turtles, I believe, and also level 7 turtles, and these turtles also dropped consumables, so it was 6 consumables on the map. He got Staff of Mana Stealing on Naga because now her mana becomes relevant, because she will go to level 3 relatively soon. About now, if he decides to not go to level 4 on his Demon Hunter, and then she'll get some utility out of this stuff. She'll get additional Forked Lightning, and that matters. Finally, Undead was able to creep some of the middle camps. He got large Invul Potion, something that Night Elf really desired, but he had two staffs of Mana Stealing, and that's two staves of Mana Stealing, and that's not optimal by all means. But at the same time, he got Rune Bracers. Okay, all questions are gone. He got the best drop he could. Rune Bracers on Demon Hunter are just so incredibly good against an undead that may win him the game. And 120 really should give this close to Leech at some point in time, quite soon to be honest. Because Naga is not such a good damage dealer. He doesn't, she doesn't attack that quickly. She lacks attack speed a little bit. No, he spreads item on his secondary heroes. That's also an acceptable decision. And I believe they both will go and kill their respective red spots because nobody really is in the mood to fight because both are making their expansions, and of course Undead's expansion will be ready quicker, but it doesn't really matter. He will not be able to attack before Night Elf's expansion will be ready. And what is it? It's a clock. Clock is relatively awful, but at the same time, Undead Naga got Medal, which is also not an amazing item. So in the end, we've got two Snake Ladies with mediocre drops. Of course, they both would prefer auras because auras are getting better and better, especially when you're going towards 80. And I believe they will fight on 60, maybe they will fight on 70, but certainly not right now. At the same time, Demon Hunter decides that he's a champion already, and he is kind of a champion, but not yet strong enough to fight against the whole Undead army. So he just killed one Acolyte, but this Acolyte did everything that Acolyte should. And the Wisp was dispelled. Again, Life got very good micro sometimes because he's constantly on point. He never forgets about his units. He didn't forget this Wisp. He was able to detonate it, although he was at the same time healing from the fountains with Demon Hunter, moving around the map with his army. And that's good. That's good micro. At the same time, he got 0 invul potions. Please visit the shop. There should be at least one invul potion in this shop. I believe Undead should go towards the top shop and get himself an invul potion there. And Night Elf decides to attack, which I do not fully approve. I do not fully appreciate, because Undead will defend his expansion with ease, and with two destroyers, two potential destroyers, he'll certainly be able to kill at least one bear just by... No, Night Elf was smarter than that, and he just wasted a little bit of time, and he got away. And there is the second destroyer being lifted up, and still two statues are ready to be lifted up to kill all these bears. I mean, you don't want to lift up everything, of course, but leaving yourself with just one statue is completely fine. One archer should die. I doubt this bear should die. I mean, I really doubt this bear should have died, but okay, it's what's happening, and another bear is gonna die. And Life is attacking Death Knight, because that's the best way to make Undead get away. One destroyer is going down, that's good. One Fiend should go down at least. Second destroyer is very damaged. I don't know why Eer0 still has his full mana. I mean, two statues. Yes, they regenerate your mana and HP, of course, but you always can deal with just one. And you need this third destroyer, because right now these bears are decimating you. And this bear will live, and this leech will die. No, this leech is just using his potion and gets away, but Demon Hunter is level 5, and I believe Undead got no more chances right now. Yes. Either this Demon Hunter will fall for some freaking reason. Uh, uh, I'm really sorry, but the stuff of... was the stuff not ready yet? What happened? No, the stuff was ready. The stuff was... Oh! Naga was not quick enough. She bumped into a dryad, and that was just a mistake. That was purely a mistake by Life, but Undead lost quite a lot. Undead is losing some more units. This Naga will get away, of course, because she's under the effect of the frost armor, and that's not counterable. And this Death Knight goes down also for some reason. I don't know what you're doing, but if only you've had a Tomb of Relics on your expansion, you would just win the game here. I mean, you would kill at least 3 bears, and then you would win the game. Playing as an undead without an expansion against Night Elf does not seem such a good idea, such a good idea, because you may really want to have your expo, and without an expo, you just can't apply enough early pressure. Or maybe it's Eer0's problem that he can't apply this early pressure. Where is the next game? Oh, it was just BO3, so the next game will be Focus against Life. Oh, that may be... No, that will not be interested. Oh, Life will just win. Hmm. That's Focus. He can do wonders. Sometimes he does wonders. Okay, let's watch this one. Focus against Life. I've got to rename my stream, although for what freaking reason nobody is watching me anyway. But why not? Give me a few seconds, I'll rename my stream. Focus against Life, save. Twitch TV, Twitch TV. Twitch TV is cursed place. No, it's not. It really is. It freaking really is. Mm, Fucus, yeah, exactly. Fucus. Or maybe Ficus? Focus against life. El Cap. And we're alive. Are we? Yes. It's all fine, it's all running. Just let me see when it'll be up and running on my phone. For some reason I've got quite a long delay on my phone. I believe my stream delay is relatively low, I mean it's at the lowest, but at the same time on my phone my delay is terrible. My delay is very significant. Профессиональный стример. Шо профессиональный стример? Профессиональный стример... профессиональный стример дописывал название следующей каточки. Это разрешено. Это не наказуемо. Это даже преступлением не является. Мне выписано всего лишь предупреждение. Добрый вечер. Yeah, professional streamer, exactly. So, Focus Against Life, Blade Master is in production for Focus, and of course Demon Hunter is in production for Life. That's quite interesting because I don't know anything about Shattered Exile. The game, that's a map that I've got no idea is even played because that is Eastern scene for you. That's Korea, that's China, that's Japan. I believe. Oh yeah. Focus is Japanese and Life is Chinese, and I didn't just realize that by looking at the flags next to the nicknames. No, banners. These are likely banners. You should call them banners. Anyway, Orc builds proxy shop. That's not such a proxy voodoo launch even. It's just relatively vulnerable. Gets himself to healing souls and start doing what Blade Master does the best, stealing creeps all around the map. I believe this creep should drop some non-rechargeable item of Eer0, I believe. Yeah, quite likely. So it'll be either Ring of Claws, and this guy's got stuns. Yeah, it's Claws of Attack, and that's the best he could get. Is it just one spot? Yes. The map is certainly not completely symmetrical. So Demon Hunter is already level 2 as well. He'll burn Blade Master as much as he wants, but Blade Master is more or less prepared for it. He doesn't really need all this mana, but at least he would like one Windwalk, and that would be quite awesome. So, Demon Hunter is going Mana Burn and Immolation, because against an Orc it's such a good combo, because you want Mana Burn to deal with Shadow Hunter, and Life just knows. Life knows perfectly where the focus will go. Not not only because he is so knowledgeable of this game, but also because he also may want to go this way. And yes, Demon Hunter is not yet stronger than an Assassin. Assassins are amazing units, that's why Focus decided to go for this Merc camp so early on. I believe on top of the map there should be also a Merc camp, and this Merc camp should also provide you with an Assassin. And of course, Assassin's Poison stacks with Wyvern Poison and all other poisons in the game. Does it? Yeah, it's quite likely that it stacks. It's a different poison. I mean, it doesn't fully stack. It doesn't apply the same effect, but it's a completely different effect, but it still gets applied along the way. So, Assassin's Poison doesn't deal all that much damage to heroes, but at the same time, it's such a good unit to have. He got such a long range. He's so much better than your freaking troll berserkers. So, at tier 2, Night Elf goes Keeper of the Grove, of course, Orc is going Shadow Hunter, also, that was quite predictable. And Night Elf decides to go for Dryads, it will be likely Dryads, because he decided to go for an upgrade, for an armor upgrade, instead of going quick tier 3. some caster gets disconnected. This assassin will live. Everything on both sides will live, but at the same time, Orc got himself a creep, Orc will get himself a water elemental, and Night Elf, he really needs to do something. You can't just run around with Demon Hunter level 2.6 and Keeper of the Grove level 1 and attack with Dryads, because no matter how many Dryads you have, yes, Dryads are incredibly powerful, but Keeper of the Grove level 1 will just go down if Blade will be level 3. And right now, yes, Orc does exactly the same thing. He knows exactly what his enemy will do, and he just attacks, and Keeper of the Grove is in danger, and Shadowhunter will hex him again. No, just kill without any hexes, because hex goes on Archer, and Archer will go down. Oh no, that's an assassin, and the assassin leaves, and Shadowhunter may also die. But at the same time, it's only level 1 Shadowhunter, Ancient of War gone down, and Keeper of the Grove will be level 1 for quite a while. No, this Shadowhunter is more or less alive. He almost got hexed. Buy a healing potion, please. Yes. And right now Demon Hunter got to get away, of course. Healing potion costs only 150 gold, and so you absolutely can buy it. It's not a scroll of TP that costs 300 gold, and sometimes you want to lose level 1 hero and not TP out. No, healing potion is fine. Losing healing potion is completely and absolutely fine. I'm quite surprised that why was I called professional streamer? Maybe I have some other problem on my stream. Come on, Renel. Now I'm getting paranoid. Yeah, you don't see flash golems that often, but on this map flash golems are very present, and these are flash golems. Yes, these are armored flash golems, but they are still flash underneath. Moving armors, filled with flash. But it doesn't make them golems, it just makes them fighters. And Orc got himself a Vampiric Aura, which will win him this game, likely. Keeper of the Grove is still level 1. That's a large problem for Life. So Life is wasting his potential. Life is wasting his perfect Dryad timing, because he had 5 Dryads at this moment, and 5 Dryads at this moment are good. 5 Dryads at this moment are so freaking good. Yeah, Lalite shows us the High Priest of the Trolls. And High Priest is so good because he applies you with Inner Fire, and Inner Fire is awesome. And Orc doesn't have enough Dispel to allow himself Dispel Inner Fire. Wisps are dying, that doesn't really matter. Shadowhunter got himself a Pendant of Energy, and right now I believe killing this troll at all costs would be a good idea. But no, Blade Master is attacking Demon Hunter, the Orcs army is attacking Dryads, and Life got a scroll. I don't know why Blade Master is fighting against a Demon Hunter, just to make Life get away, I believe. 2 Dryads are going down, first Dryad may go down. Of course, Demon Hunter under Vampiric Aura is terrible, I mean, Blade Master. А что это такое в нижних углах? Реклама спонсоров? Еп. Ну, я ж рестримлю господин Лалайта, поэтому, в общем-то, господин Лалайт у нас стримит турнир, является официальным кастером турнира, и и турнир, видимо, спонсирует рюкзачок. Я даже не знаю, рюкзачок это или что-то еще подобное, но тем не менее. Может быть, это просто какая-то линейка одежды для молодежи. Да, именно с таким рюкзаком любая молодежь и пойдет куда угодно. Я искренне подозреваю, что такой рюкзак больше подходит господину лет 50 для того, чтобы ходить куда-нибудь в деревню или на работу с полным рюкзаком чего-нибудь. Картошки. Да, определенно картошки. And I believe Focus is making a terrible mistake by placing this expansion. Because this expansion will just kill him right now. Since you can't play fast exp against Mazdrais, it's unbelievably stupid. At the same time, maybe he'll be... No, Demon Hunter got a small invul potion, but it's just small invul potion. So if he can just make Demon Hunter go away, I mean, if he can just focus Demon Hunter and then it'll make Night Elf go away, then maybe he'll win in this game. Although life is focusing very strange targets. He is running after the Coda Beast. Of course, Coda Beasts are relatively good target, but right now, since he doesn't have any bears, Coda Beast can only eat dryads, so by killing this Coda Beast, he didn't get a lot. And he lost. I mean, Vampiric Aura is of course amazing. Vampiric Aura is absolutely amazing. I just want to see what was he focusing early on. Raiders? Is he fighting against Raiders? He is at 50, Orc is at 47. Oh, Orc got large invul. Okay, that's something that I didn't see, so Night Elf was completely unable to do anything against Blade Master. And he was fighting him properly, and he was out of position. Was he though? Okay, he's running towards the enemy, he's attacking, Demon Hunter is the first, Inner Fire gets dispelled, Keeper of the Grove does something, yeah, one Raider is being controlled. Yeah, that was just terrible positioning. He decided to attack in a very thick line, so Raiders were able to kill various Dryads, just switch from one Dryad to another and kill everything. And at the same time, Blade Master. Blade Master was killing everything that is not Demon Hunter. And with two claws, with two early claws, you get a lot of utility. And he even popped his invul potion because he decided that killing Keeper of the Grove right now and not getting entangled is way better than anything else. And it was way better than anything else. And it's 1-0 for Focus, right? Yeah. So, map number 2, Focus is leading 1-0, which is quite surprising, but that's Focus. And that's life. Life is very inconsistent. Focus can be amazing at times. I mean, they are both extremely inconsistent, but at the same time, Focus can have a series that just shows him as a completely best player in the world, likely. Quite likely, and life is just a map-to-map guy. So, it's Concealed Heal, it's Blade Master against Demon Hunter, again, of course, without any real other options, to be honest, because you can play Shadow Hunter first, you can't play Farseer first, you of course can play Torrent Chieftain first. The only hero that doesn't depend on mana on an Orc, and Orc has no real means of mana regeneration, so mana burn is very painful, is Blade Master. So the only hero that you really can play against Demon Hunter is Blade Master, and of course Night Elf knows that by playing Demon Hunter he shuts down at least 3 Orc heroes. And yes, you can play Keeper of the Grove first against an Orc. You can play Warden first against an Orc. Playing Potom first would be very suboptimal. You can also play Beastmaster first against an Orc. That's also an option. You can play Tinker first against an Orc. That's a rare side, but it happens sometimes. But Demon Hunter is more or less a perfect pick. And of course here he goes Immolation, he gets very good items because he bought a Circlet and he got a Ring of Protection, so Blade Master will have hard time killing it. And right now Orc is just getting what he can. And there is not much that you can get as an Orc if you don't harass your enemy on concealed heal, because creep camps are relatively strong. You can get an Ogre, I believe. Is it the camp with a blue Ogre on the shop? Yes, yes. And of course, you will get this level 7 Ogre, but it will not happen until your Shadow Hunter will be out. Right now, Night Elf was searching for an orc with this archer, but on one hand, he was able to found this Blade Master. On another hand, I believe Archer is not really happy with this fact. But at the same time, Demon Hunter gets himself a second large item. It's Ring of Superiority. It's a bit worse than... It's just a little bit worse than Ring of Protection, but it's still good. No, it would be a clock, of course. Ring of Superiority is a small item. Yeah, so it's way better than a Cloak of Intelligence, and it's still good. And of course, you can't kill this camp. You can't kill this camp as Night Elf. It's impossible. Demon Hunter is in trouble, and Demon Hunter dies. That was brave and stupid at the same time, but I can't deny the bravery. I mean, you can't kill this camp because level 4 troll is problematic. Level 4 troll is dangerous, and grunts hit like trucks, like green muscle trucks. Because grunts deal quite a lot of damage, to be honest, when they are allowed to hit. Their problem, of course, is that most of the time they are not. And Orc finds an opportunity to attack his own expansion. Of course, expansions are very well guarded on concealed heal, and of course, playing grunts on this map got another advantage because you've got fountains. And when you attack, when you lose HP and then you regenerated fountains, of course, HP is regenerated by percentages. So the fatter the sturdier your units are, the better you are in the end when you move them towards the fountain. Blade Master is level 3, he got evasion. Evasion is not wasted on Blade Master in this game, but in this matchup, but he may also sell it to buy an Invul Potion. That's also an option. He, of course, saw this Demon Hunter. It's a good moment for Shadow Hunter to pop up, to pop out. That's why Demon Hunter is being so aggressive. At the same time, he wants to find some window to creep his Keeper of the Grove to level 2, because what happened in the previous game should not happen again, but it will. And of course, he knows that Orc will try to get the central ogre in the middle. Yes, but it will, exactly. The same thing that happened in the previous game will happen in this one. Keeper of the Grove will die, quite likely, no? Okay. A large ogre is not available for creeping, because Shadow Hunter doesn't have Hex available, and because most of the creeps on this creep camp got bloodlust already. At least one troll and this large ogre. Okay, there is no way to creep this fatso while he's bloodlusted. Absolutely no. Not with this army. I mean, Keeper of the Grove can try with sprouts, with roots, but right now the only thing that happens is if he gets wrecked by a club. An enormous overgrown club. So, they are both creeping their laboratories. I don't really know what I should do next. I mean, it'll be again a fight for an ogre. Yes, you have to constantly control it. Or you can give it up and attack a dragon, but ogre is still better. So killing an ogre is better than killing a dragon, and this wisp will die. And Blade Master again is checking if where his enemy is and if an ogre is available. Yes, yes, but at the same time, I doubt Night Elf will just leave it be. Or will he? Life? Life get back! Nah, he decides to creep a shop, he decides to give up this item. Okay, that's acceptable. Shop drops a good consumable, and it was not the best drop from an ogre. But at the same time, it's still a lot of experience. A very, very large chunk of experience. So, what's gonna happen? Life will go full Dryads again. That can be a mistake on Concealed Heal, because again, your Dryads greatly benefit from the fact that not only you always kill at least a few units out of what your enemy has, but also you practically always have some of your enemy units at low HP. Damn, this raider survived. That was relatively strange. He should have died, and of course poison is not lethal, so he will not die from poison. And Dryad poison doesn't even last that long. And Orc decides to go for his expansion, which I do not approve again. I mean, right now, Demon Hunter is in a way better shape. He is at 50. I mean, yes, Orc is at 50, but he doesn't have that amazing items. Shadow Hunter is not level 3 yet. Okay, Shadow Hunter will be level 3 after this creep camp, but he will not be allowed to kill this creep camp, to creep this creep camp. He just needs one Dryad. No, it's more or less two Dryads. Right now, Orc should know that there are entries available for a Night Elf, and there should be a sentry placed around somewhere. Oh, where is the sentry, by the way? I don't know. Not here. So it's a siege, and Blade Master gets focused, and when Blade Master can't freely attack, Orc suffers. Suffers quite significantly. All these wisps will try to turn into 50 mana detonated on all Orc heroes. It was relatively successful because, of course, Druids do not care about detonations. They do not need that much mana as they will have. And right now, Orc should start losing this game. Dear Night Elf, just don't let your Keeper of the Grove die for nothing. Oh, for hell's sake. I mean, it was quite obvious that he will die. That he got no chances to survive in this engagement. Especially judging by how he was moving. Okay, Dread died, Ancient of War died. In the end, it was not such a bad trade, because a lot of Orc units died. And again, Night Elf will be able to attack before expansion will really pay for itself. Yes, it will be ready, it will be hard to push through, but it will not really give Orc any reasonable amount of money. So Keeper of the Grove will be out, expansion will be ready, and in about 30 seconds after that, Night Elf should attack. And he should start researching his tier 2 armor. And he should go out of 50. Just go out of 50, you really don't have anything to lose. But no, for some reason he decides that not having a Moonwell is a good idea, and he didn't have a 60 Moonwell for quite a long while. Are these boots of... No, it's just a belt of giant strength. I mean, I've seen +6 and I thought, oh god, it's boots. It's boots for Blade, and it would be so good, but no. And right now Orc will win, because I believe Orc will go out of 50. Meanwhile, Night Elf got some money, Night Elf got an ability, but he decides to stack up on consumables, and I don't fully appreciate it. Really, I don't fully appreciate it. Life will attack at 50, and it'll be his demise. So he got very, very little chance in this game. He needed to go 60 with Dryads without any healing potion on Keeper of the Grove, without any scroll of healing, without any healing potion on Demon Hunter, of course. And of course, Orc is very, very happy to trade his base for his expansion for a Night Elf's base because these raiders just demolish bases. And of course, Night Elf is wasting his TP, and Orc got his own, and Orc will just trade TPs if he wanted to. And he really, really wants to be honest. Because I don't know why life is so focused on not fighting against Blademaster. Just root the Blademaster, focus the Blademaster like crazy. Hmm. He is killing quite a few raiders. He killed all the raiders, to be honest. Demon Hunter is low, but Demon Hunter will heal up. All the raiders go down. Did I say that Night Elf is doomed? Yes, but at the same time Orc was focusing Demon Hunter, and Mass Droids are still good, and Orc didn't really have his 60 food limit. And this Demon Hunter will still go down. He should still go down, go down, go down, go down. I greatly doubt that Orc should continue this fight. You're winning anyway, and the only way you will lose, yes, yes, it's a win for an Orc. I mean, I completely expected him to win at this moment because of how Night Elf was relatively passive. And the next game will be... Oh, it's Focus against Sock, finally! That's really, I mean, I've came here for Focus against Sock. I've seen Life against I've seen Life against 120. I've decided that it'll be a better game to stream because, of course, Life against 120 can be very entertaining. It was, not really, because 120 made a lot of mistakes. And him creeping Hydras on the first map was just a terrible flashback. I mean, it'll haunt me tonight. So in the end, we're watching Focus against Sock. Are we though? Should you really watch it? Or should you go because you've streamed for about an hour already? Oh god, why do I feel myself so bad? Okay, it should be just BO2, it'll be Rifle Paladin, it'll be fine. And of course, it's quite interesting how Power Rifles are played on Tide Hunters because Tide Hunters are not really optimal map for Power Rifles. Yes, you get some benefits out of it, but at the same time, Orc can creep very easily, some good spots for some good items, and they both got agility boots, which they both should not be happy about. Then this wolf has been obnoxious. And Sok got very good at micro, and I mean, Focus got very good micro, and Sok doesn't have such an incredible micro. So in the end, Sok may lose his rifles here and there and everywhere, and every lost rifle, of course, is painful for him early on. Yes, yes, first Holy Light is out. Second Holy Light should also be out quite soon. That was a wasted wolf, and of course, every wolf that is killed puts Paladin closer to level 2, and Paladin level 2 is your worst nightmare if you're an orc at the early stages of the game, because Aura gives so much survivability to rifles. So, Orc is researching his iron weapons. Not really because iron weapons give you so much damage early on, especially, but mostly because he got money and he needs to spend this money on something. That was one very low militia, but this militia will live. Everything will live on the Sock's side, and right now Sock didn't lose a single unit, which is bad news for Orc. And he's making Arcane Tower, and this militia may die. There is also a peasant in a working line. Неписи в квазике теперь и турели могут ставить щито. Ну, это прекрасно. За что? Познакомься с моим маленьким другом, ничтожество ты приключенческое. Говорит вам непись, расставляя какую-нибудь огнеметную турельку. Хотя огнеметная, наверное, наиболее безопасная, потому что огнеметная хотя бы не плюет на километр. And right now, for some reason, he is attacking an altar, because an altar is the only building that is not protected by this arcane tower. That was a good map layout, base layout, and that was a great arcane tower, and Paladin is level 1.7 already, and he's not low enough to justify losing all these wolves. So right now, Focus is just losing. Focus is just losing, but at the same time, Naga is coming. Is Sok ready? Is Sok really ready for Naga? Yes, quite likely, and no. Will he lose the rifle? Yes, he should lose the rifle here, because that's just level 1. Kill it? Yes. Dealing with Arcane Vault would be amazing. Dealing with Arcane Vault would count, and count quite a lot. Dealing with Altar is also absolutely awesome, if you can. Because right now I believe Sok will just repair it with everything he got. I mean, of course, it just means that some militia may die, and some militia will die, there is no doubt about it. And one rifle will die, and no, he saves the rifle, he is dealing damage to these trolls, but every troll is alive. Something died, likely a militia raid. Yes. The 7 berserkers is on the map. Not a single berserker died. Focus got berserker upgrade, so berserkers are regenerating. Not very quickly, but they are regenerating. So it's 1.5 HP per minute, so it's 19 HP, 90 HP per minute, and since berserkers are very, very weak, it counts. It matters. It matters a lot. And right now, stealing this turtle would be painful. Yes, Sok was able to secure this turtle for himself, and that's awful for an orc. Yeah, at the same time, he got 1.9 heroes, and the moment he'll get healed by his healing selves, he'll have another attack. And Sok, of course, is not as untouchable as Fortitude is. Yeah, just kill wolves. Just kill wolves, but at the same time, hmm, he is in a relatively fine state. This rifle is out of place. He uses healing scroll, but using healing scroll means that one rifle virtually died, because healing scroll costs 250 gold, and rifle costs almost 200 gold. It costs 200, almost exactly 200. So finally, finally, focus heroes are level 2. For some reason, I've got trouble pronouncing focus. It would lead to so many deaths on rifles if his heroes were level 2 quicker. But if this turtle went his way, it would be his game. But right now, it's certainly a Sox game. I mean, he got an advantage. He didn't win yet, but he got a certain advantage. Focus utilized his speed scroll, but this blood mage will be able to evacuate to safety with relative ease. At the same time, for some reason, Focus believes that he dealt enough damage. He dealt enough damage to his enemy to just go torrents. So his enemy will not go tier 3, his enemy will not go And that's the moment when... No! Damn, that was bad control by Focus. He lost this Murloc, although the only other unit that was hitting this Murloc was Blood Mage, and of course you shouldn't lose your Murloc when you've got a whole army and an enemy got only one Blood Mage hitting it. Attacking Paladin is never a bad idea, but it's also a very sturdy hero, so usually attacking the Paladin doesn't lead to his death. And right now turn is getting low, and really reasonably Focus doesn't have a lot of future in this game. If Sok doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And just going rifles without even thinking about tier 3 is exactly this kind of mistake that he should not make. Okay, Focus lost another creep, and right now Farseer is in trouble and he has to TP out. Everything else will just run away. Run away, you fools! Okay, finally Sok decides to go tier 3, he decided to go full 50, and he decided to go for an advantage first, and only then he decided to go tier 3. But just how one and not very important mistake can completely bury the orc here. It's so imbalanced. Power rifles is so broken against an orc. This Tauren should die. And this Tauren will die, sadly. Yes. Don't get burned. He died to creeps. Okay, that's fine. One rifle likely died. Yes. And the second rifle may die just as well. These are not the best flame strikes in the world, by the way. And two more Taurens are coming. That's good. He may be able to push through because right now Sok got greedy. Sok decided to creep on his enemy's side of the map. Yes, Berserkers are dying, Militia is coming, Militia of course will save him from immediate defeat. But two Taurens are something you have to take into an account. And the good thing is that the previous Tauren died to creeps, not to human, to neutrals. And so Blood Mage is not level 3 yet, and just level 1 Flame Strike is not that dangerous. And now Paladin got get out, Paladin got go to safety and heal his butt, and it gives Orcs some opportunity to creep on this map. Not a lot of opportunity, but some, certainly. Got a little bit of time. Or will he just waste it? Yes, he's wasting it. Okay, and human is just attacking everything he can, and of course it's his own lab. And if human was less greedy, if human decided not to go for these creeps on the other side of the map for the Goblin Laboratory, he would win already. The only reason Fortitude was Focus. The only reason Focus was able to repel Sok was Defender's advantage, and now he gets large camps, now he gets some additional experience on his Farseer and Naga, and of course it's not wasted. And he even went Chain Lightning level 2 instead of Wolf's level 2. That's interesting, but it's completely understandable because rifles give enough focus to kill any wolf very quickly, and it doesn't matter if wolves are level 1 or level 2, they will die quickly, and chain lightning just deals damage, a lot of damage. Okay, right now he still got certain chances. He got an expansion. Expansion is working. He got a certain food advantage, and for as long as he got food advantage, he still got chances. And Sok, of course, doesn't have an expansion of his own. Although he got large mana potion on top of his mana that he already got. He got 2 scrolls. He may want to give 1 scroll to Blood Mage. I mean, he absolutely wants to. And he gives Invul Potion to... It doesn't really matter to whom. It's either Blood Mage or Firelord, and he believes that he can protect Firelord better. And of course he's going towards his enemy's expansion, although I'm not certain of why he's so sure that there is an expansion here. Maybe he just decided to go and fight for the turtles. I mean, it was a good timing for an expansion, but the expansion could be on top of the map, and Firelord really has to use his Invul Potion. That was close. One Tauren will go down, and it went down not due to... not under the effects of the Firelord, but... oh, Focus got the Ancestral Spirit. So, does he have mana? At least one Spirit Walker will have enough mana soon, and another Tauren went down not under the effect of explosion. So he also left a corpse, and that was a large mistake by Sok. But at the same time, this Blood Mage got Cloak, so he will be obnoxious, and he will not really die, and all these Berserkers are dying. And finally, Sok decides to get away. But Orc will be able to resurrect at least two Taurens. There are two corpses, completely resurrectable. You need 250 mana. Yes, one Tauren comes back to life, and another Tauren should come back to life about now. And Orc is at 70 foot against 31 foot. And that was a large mistake by human. I mean, you can't really say that was a mistake by human. But moving with your Firelord in front of your army when your Firelord is so essential, when your Firelord completely prevents resurrection of Taurens, making them relatively useless one-time usage unit. Yeah, you can't reuse your Taurens. Is a mistake. You shouldn't lead with your Firelord, and it led to the fact that Orc was able to amass his army. And of course, Sok just sees that he's fighting against 70 foot with 35 and against an expansion without having one of his own, and he quits. Okay, so the next map. Was it his map? Because I doubt Night Elf would choose this one. Yes, yeah, I mean, Orc would choose this one. Yeah, it was likely his map, because the second map is Twisted Meadows, and of course, human playing Polar Rifles will not likely choose Twisted Meadows. Yeah, because you have to play Archmage. You absolutely have to play Archmage because of how juicy the creep spots are that you can creep with your water elementals, and how Orc will just go completely unhinged if you just let him be and do not try to contest his creeping. Meanwhile, Focus is still playing Farseer and Lumbermill, so it's Farseer and Berserkers, and I believe that it's a mistake. Against an Archmage, it's always a mistake, because Berserkers are very vulnerable to a lot of footies and defense and water elementals, and Archmage storming your base. And of course, losing a few headhunters early on is a mistake. Losing a few headhunters early on makes them just remain headhunters in the log of the game, in the greatest log of history, and headhunters by themselves are terrible units. You don't want headhunters, you want berserkers. So if your headhunter didn't live long enough to become a berserker, then it was a waste. So Focus decides to switch. No, it was his strategy all along to go for quick grunt and lumber mill, and then continue with headhunters. That's also completely acceptable. But at the same time, you may want 2 grunts and even 3 grunts and not so many headhunters as an orc on this map. It's acceptable for as long as you've got at least 1 grunt. Okay, what did human get? Human got himself large cloak of intelligence +3, and Orc got himself small boots of agility. So, large cloak of intelligence is likely the best item Archmage can get out of this spot, because it gives you additional water elemental, it gives you additional mana regeneration, it gives you so much, and you always win trades against Farseers. And, I mean, if you just hit each other. And in the end, you can be so much more oppressive early on against an orc. Just so much more dangerous. So, in the end, I believe humans should win on this Twisted Meadows by looking at this first minute alone, first 3 minutes alone. If, of course, he decides to be oppressive right now. You need defense, you need level 3, and you can quite easily get level 3 on your Merc Camp. You got yourself additional wolf, you may want boots on your Archmage. Oh, or you can just kill this green spot, which is of course not a green spot, because I don't know why it is even painted green, because you've got a freaking level 5 null there. The level 5 null that will drop something. It's likely Ring of Protection +3, because I've seen number 3 there. Sok is prevented from buying boots. He wanted to buy boots. Maybe it was a circlet. Circlet also would be a good pick. And for some reason he's not trading well enough, including the fact that he was prevented from buying boots. So right now Focus is delaying an inevitable attack on his burrows, and that helps him. That allows him to live longer, to withstand for longer, and maybe get this game to the later stages when he will not really have any advantage on Twisted Meadows, but he can try to play Wyverns, he can try to be inventive, and he can get his Torrent Chieftain to a certain high level. Oh god, these poor Berserkers. At least one of them should die, but it's quite likely that at least two will die, and of course Focus is running after all this Focus is running after all this footies, and it's completely wasted effort. And Archmage is running towards Yoboros, but for some reason he's alone. He'll still be able to cancel this the Spirit Lodge. Yes, because of course Sok knows the timings. Sok knows the timings really well. One footman will run away. There are only two footies, only one water elemental, so it's not very likely that both tier 2 buildings will be cancelled, but at least another Spirit Lodge will be. Yes, yes. And again, human got an access to so many water Alice. With this drop, he was very passive at the same time. He was very passive. And again, Lalite shows us that it was his mistake, and his mistake completely not getting out of defense with this footy, and otherwise this footy will be able to get away, at least for a little while, from what killed him. And this was searching for another footman. They want to deal some damage. They will not deal a lot of damage, but some damage, of course. And right now Focus is hoping for an aura. Armor aura would be awesome. Any aura really. From this level 6 troll. And human should try to creep, Try to creep his Mercamp. Quite likely with Mountain King, while he's not doing it right now, he's creeping shop. Shop is a little bit better. So, Focus got himself a Spider Ring, which is not bad. Ring of the Spider is a good item on Torrent Chieftain. It gives you a little bit of everything, and Torrent Chieftain, to be honest, needs a little bit of everything. This Boro will live, and Sok at this moment is wasting his potential, because... oh god. Mountain King got Sobi Mask. Why? Please give Sobi Mask to Tauren Chieftain and give this ring to Mountain King. Or at least give large mana potion from this camp. No? No, it's Scroll of the Beast for Focus. Focus should be angry right now. If this Mountain King gets large mana potion or large healing potion, we can say that this game was decided by items. Oh yeah, he got large healing potion. This game was decided by items. And Focus is going for at least one Wyvern, because again, you don't need a lot of Wyverns. You can go for one, you can go for two, and then it'll be just enough, because human still needs to react to this number. And one or two Wyverns will still be useful to Elementals to get dispelled and killed, and right now human got to get away because he doesn't really have his casters up and running yet. And Tauren Chieftain is level 3, and all the human will get out of this fight is a Codabeast, and it'll take him a little while to kill this Codabeast. Likely the second bolt will also be wasted, and Orc got like 20 limit. For hell's sake, Sock, you're making mistakes. You've got godly items, and you're making so many mistakes. Orc is at 47, he of course is low on mana because he used all his mana, uh, but he will not lose any more units than this grunt. Yep, he's out, and human should react to this wyvern. Please react to this wyvern, you need a workshop, otherwise there will be 2 wyverns and 3 wyverns and whatever number of wyverns on Twisted Meadows, because Twisted Meadows got Twisted Meadows, small and narrow meadows, and wyverns can hide on top of the trees and just kill your casters constantly. Over the trees. They don't really perch on top of the tree, waiting silently to swoop up onto humans casters. Right now, Orc should understand that Mountain King is invisible, because you don't see Mountain King with an army, and there is no other explanation to what's going on. Farseer is still 2.8. The moment Farseer will get to level 3, it'll be a little bit more powerful chain wave combo, but really chain lightning leveling up doesn't give you too much power. Yes, at level 3 it's awesome, but I doubt it's so good at level 2. It matters too much if it's level 1 or level 2 against Archmage and everything else, and human casters. I'm getting tired, by the way. Just casting two series is fine. Casting 3 series is too much already, because I am not used to speaking English so much. Amulet of Spell Shield is awesome, but only if Orc decides to attack. Only if Orc decides to start his chain wave from Archmage. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. Yes, it shields you from one instance of damage, but that's all. And it got, what, 30 seconds cooldown. Tauren Chieftain is level 4, at least 2 Berserkers will die here. Yes, these are not even Berserkers, these are still Headhunters, but it's still painful. It's painful nonetheless. It's just as painful as losing a Berserker. That's the problem. Wyvern is starting to kill these sorcerers. These sorcerers will be saved by invisibility, but in general, human orcs do not have all that much mana. So, oh god, this healing potion does wonders for him. At the same time, he still has to evacuate, I believe. A lot of shamans will die. A wyvern will stay alive, but barely, and And Mountain King used all the consumables he had, and Torrent Chieftain still got mana, and Orc was able to get 3 more units towards the front lines, and all these peasants should die. Yes, this militia should be no more. Archmage is just fighting, bravely but pointlessly. And in the end he just TPs out, but the big thing is that Orc got an expansion. That matters. That matters a lot. And the expansion is paying for itself in a minute or so. And Mountain King is relatively low, and he likely wants level 4. I mean, Farseer also likely wants level 4, and Torrent Chieftain, of course, wants level 5. But Orc got his own Goblin Laboratory, and he will walk towards this laboratory and then towards his another natural. I mean, it's not really his expansion, but Twisted Meadows got 2 expansions that are of about equal value. Human decides to attack, but XP is already up. You need something. You need something to push through, like a food advantage, and you don't have a food advantage. Orc doesn't have that much mana, but Farseer will bring mana. And that's a TP, yes, of course, that should be a TP, and there is a Borrow, and this Borrow dealt certain damage, and just TPing right into the Sorcerers are awesome. Because there is no slow for you, my friend. And slow is essential for human in this matchup. And I mean, human is not weaker than an orc. It's just Sok that makes quite a significant number of mistakes. For some reason, he is attacking Torrent Chieftain level 5. Yes, it's completely acceptable for an orc to attack Mountain King level 5. And right now, focus is just regenerating. I would just run away, to be honest. But okay, he regenerated health, and he is not afraid of storm bolts any longer. Torrent Chieftain is level 5. This Wyvern will die. Sok lost quite a lot of units. I mean, Focus lost quite a lot of units, but again, he got constant production, which Sok can't sustain. So even if he is at 2 heroes and nothing else, he'll likely be able to recover. 3 units at the same time is a significant number of units, to be honest. And he should go tier 3. He should go tier 3 about now. I mean, not really now. He needs just more and more production until he gets to maybe 60. But then he certainly needs to go to tier 3. Human attacks again, but I doubt it'll do. Of course, Orc will try to wait, try to recover his mana. He needs to pull out all these peons. Yes, yes, and just fix the Borrow, so human doesn't do any real damage, and Orc is able to find humans' reinforcements and kill them. Yeah, I'm completely ruined right now. Okay, this Code Beast is empty. So could you please kill a Spellbreaker? Remove a Spellbreaker from a fight. Look at this juicy Spellbreaker. Anyway, Sok lost. Sok lost due to hero levels. Sok lost due to his incessant attacks, although he didn't have any food advantage. Sok lost due to the fact that he was relatively passive early on. He, of course, cancelled Spirit Lodge at least twice, I believe, but it was just Spirit Lodge, and it was the Spirit Lodge that was quite early in production. And at the same time, he didn't kill a single Borrow. So while he was canceling Spirit Lodge with his Archmage, his other units, his footies were just running from wolves around the map, and of course it will not bring you to victory. So sorry, my dear friend Sok, it was a bad game by you. Okay, that's over for today, I guess. I'll come back later with stream in Russian. Have